and unfinished agenda left by UPA is being completed and brought to conclusion by the NDA. And therefore,
please take your seat.
And therefore,
Agarwal ji,
in an honest bid,
Agarwal ji, please take your seat. Don't get agitated.
in an honest bid to carry forward what could have been carried forward by the earlier governments, the Public Examination Bill 2024 was brought in January 24. It was enacted in February 24, implemented in June, and also notified in June 24. The bill's main objectives at that time were to give greater transparency.
Honorable member, please take your seat.
Yes, that is precisely the reason you didn't bring the bill. Because
you go back to your seat, please.
The bill sought to bring greater transparency, greater credibility. And I'm not saying this. There is a strong opinion in this country that this agency was not brought in because there were certain vested interests involved, and which were not compatible with transparency. But here it was a noble thought to reassure the youth that their sincere and genuine efforts would not go unrewarded in the hands of a few vested interests, and to ensure that their future would not be jeopardized by self-seeking.
Your party is having sufficient time. You can give notes to your speakers and you can speak also. Please wait. Please take your seat. Pankaj, you take your
not
seat.
bringing it national testing agency
No running commentary,
for
please.
53 years. Just as they took 70 years to erase out Article 370, which was their commitment, they took 33 years not to bring in national testing agency. And now that this is being brought, the clamor is not against the bill. The clamor is against that interest which is going to get compromised hereafter.
You are the protectors of paper leak mafia. That's
Yes.
This will not go on record. The running commentaries will not
Very
go on
sad.
record. Only the minister's speech will go on record.
The government's intention is evident from the fact that
You
the
can speak
moment
everything when you
the recent leak was reported.
When you are going to speak, when your turn is coming, why you are giving running commentary, please? Minister, please.
Yes. No, I don't get disturbed. In fact, I feel complimented. That means it is touching the right chord. सही जगह पे निशाने पे तीर लग रहा है. कि मैं ये स्मरण कराने की कोशिश कर रहा हूं कि 33 साल तक जो ये काम ना कर सके वो आज अंजाम होने जा रहा है. लेकिन मुझे यकीन है इस देश में कुछ ऐसे भी कुछ बुद्धिजीवी थिंकर होंगे जो इसका भी आंकलन करेंगे कि 33 साल वो क्या कारण थे जिस कारण से ये नेशनल टेस्टिंग एजेंसी स्थापित ना की गई. वो कौन से वेस्टेड इंटरेस्ट थे, वो कौन से मैनेजमेंट कोटा थे कॉलेजों के. And as far as the recent case is concerned, immediately it was handed over to the CBI. It is being followed as per the Prevention of Unfair Means. And day 4 yesterday, the charge sheet was filed. And I'm glad to share that from yesterday, the trial has begun. As per this new law, the investigation will be complete in 2 months, followed by trial in 3 months, 5 mahine. We did not allow indefinitely running trials, which was happening in the earlier governments. अगर कहीं मजबूरी में कोई केस दायर करना भी पड़ता तो it was more of an exit route or face saving, with the firm belief that you will never come to the conclusion. मैं उसका भी बताऊंगा, but I'll speak elaborately during reply. What he is saying is, I thought Jairam ji is a very well-read person, but possibly he has not read the news report in full. Mukhia was never implicated in 2026 case. A. He was also not implicated in 2024 leak. while rounding up, मैं आपने पढ़ी नहीं खबर, while rounding up, since he was a known scamster in Bihar for paper leak, so when they were rounding up the suspects, he was also taken in. But per se, in this case, he was not involved. And that is the report. I thought you read more than me, but today I am glad that I read more than Jairamji. Anyway, so sir, without wasting time then, because we have to go in for discussion, a number of speakers, and finally we'll also have the concluding remarks. Just to spell out briefly in 5 minutes these important provisions that are being brought in, just the recall of the fellow speakers as well. In the earlier bill of 2024, we had the subsection 1 of section 10, where a person or persons involved were subject to 3 to 5 years of imprisonment and a fine up to 10 lakh. This has been increased to imprisonment of 5 to 10 years and a fine up to 50 lakh. As far as the service provider is concerned, now if Jairamji has not read that, I will read out. What is the definition of service provider? नहीं क्योंकि आप ही बार-बार टोक रहे हैं और कह रहे हैं आपको ज़्यादा. Service provider means any agency, any organization, any body, any association of persons, any business entity, any company, any partnership or single proprietorship, any sub-associates, any subcontractors, any provider of sport, of any computer resource or any material, by whatever name it may be called, which is engaged by the Public Examination Authority for the conduct of public examination. So this was a definition given in 24 itself, but just to recall. Now, in 24, the penalty laid down was fine up to ₹1 crore and barring them from conducting an exam for 4 years. This fine is now being increased to 5 years, and the concerned would not be allowed to conduct an exam instead of 4 years for as long as 8 years. Subsection 3 of section 10, director or senior management in connivance